South Park isn't coming out with just one movie, but 14. You heard us right, and we're so excited to give you the download on this. Comedy history is about to be changed forever. Fans worldwide are jumping out of their seats after hearing this news. So let's get into everything you need to know about the upcoming South Park movies. First up, the groundbreaking deal. So creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker have scored a deal with Paramount Plus. It is confirmed that 2 new South Park movies are hitting its platform to close out 2021, which will effectively see co-creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker fulfill first part of their $1.27 billion deal with Viacom CBS. After the 2 new movies have been released this year, 2 more movies will be released annually right through 2027. In addition to the total of 14 feature-length titles set in the same universe, Stone and Parker have also agreed to produce 6 more seasons of their flagship animated property. This landmark deal will see Stone and Park producing 6 more seasons of their flagship animated property. 14 new films based on the show will be produced for US streaming service. This is huge because it's been 2 whole decades since the creators have released something big like this. The last season was released in 2019, pre-pandemic. What to expect from upcoming seasons and specials. The plot of these new movies has yet to be disclosed, probably because the lads haven't even figured it out yet, given what we know about their spontaneous production process. Spectators believe the overall direction will align more with their recent pandemic special than that of their 1999 undertaking, South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, which was brought to life with a US $20 million budget. Given the budget Stone and Parker are presented with in this deal, we can expect big things from them considering their ability to deliver. Creators have an unspoken monopoly over the adult animation genre, right next to the infamous cartoon The Simpsons. Parker and Stone have consistently been hitting the comedy game out of the park, and fans can expect nothing less from the 2 now. Considering the fact that this deal spans over the next 6 years, gives the creators space to really shake up the room, as they previously have. The plot lines of previous seasons have truly targeted the atrocities of society in the most hilarious way possible. No other comedy series has really been able to achieve this. Where does South Park post-COVID take place? It wasn't supposed to be like this. People were supposed to be kinder in the future, Randy Marsh says near the end of the new South Park special post-COVID. This is the last punch of a joke that runs throughout the entire hour-long TV movie, which is set in the year 2061. Post-COVID takes places in a world where kids stare mindlessly into VR headsets. Cryptocurrency is mandatory, and doorbells sing about the future. Whenever anyone announces some societal change, like insects replacing meat on menus, they make sure to announce that it's because they're in the future, to which Stan and Kyle remark, "I know." People were supposed to get kinder, but post-COVID shows a world that is very much the same. Technology may change, and some individual circumstances may change. The world has gotten stuck in a pattern that just won't unlodge. We're at where a lot of people are at, which is the future kind of sucks, post-COVID writer and director Trey Parker told The Hollywood Reporter back in October. Where is the story taking the boys? Stan and Kyle are seen at the center of post-COVID, living boring, miserable adult lives. Stan's job as an online whiskey sampler gets exactly 1 line and has entered into a marriage of sorts with a personified Amazon Alexa who mainly yells at him to stop being so pathetic while also letting him know about great deals on headphones. Kyle's life isn't quite as sad, but he doesn't seem to have accomplished anything either. The only 2 people from the South Park gang that really moved on from their petty childhood feuds seem to be Cartman and Kenny. Cartman has, against all odds, become an Orthodox rabbi. Kenny has become a famous scientist traveling the world and bettering humanity, until that is, in what certainly won't be a spoiler for anyone who has watched South Park before, he dies. Kenny's death drives the plot of post-COVID, but in many ways the main showcase here are the jokes. Should you expect a laugh until you cry, or is it just underwhelming? If you don't like one joke in post-COVID, another comes along in 5 seconds. The joke about the supposed popularity of woke comedy seems banal, you'll be hearing about how unvaccinated people are selfish a few seconds later. And if that doesn't sit well with you, then there'll be a joke about how masks look like diaper chins. Parker and Stone are tremendous maximalists, blowing out any situation to its logical endpoint. This leads to a lot of post-COVID stronger jokes, like every store having a plus or max at the end of their names, promising more and more outside while offering the same mundane things inside. At times it can feel like throwing jokes against against a wall and seeing what works. Instead of watching certain jokes fully play out, the audience is whisked to Randy Marsh's old age home for Blade Runner gags and a hunt for a strain of marijuana that could end the COVID pandemic. All that's determined by the end is that the boys should be friends again, and that's good enough for now. Regardless of format, parts of South Park will always work. The ripped from headlines gags will come and go, but the shit-stirring friendship between the boys will always be what anchors the best parts of South Park. Post-COVID released on Thanksgiving and is currently streaming on Paramount+. Timeline and other tidbits of information. It's been 22 years since the folks behind the cartoon gave us the first and, to date, only movie based in that universe. The Oscar-nominated South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Technically, the comedy series hasn't aired a new episode since wrapping up season 23 back in December 2019, but Parker and Stone haven't let their fans completely starved for content. The pandemic special premiered on Comedy Central in September 2020, followed by the South Park vaccination special in March 2021. South Park Post-COVID, the first of several specials being developed exclusively for the streamer, will premiere on Thursday, November 25th. It's the boys dealing with a post-COVID world. Co-creator Trey Parker tells The Hollywood Reporter they're just trying to get back to normal. A second special is slated for December, but no additional details are known. As reported earlier this year, not only has South Park been renewed for 4 additional seasons on Comedy Central, but Paramount Plus has also ordered 14 specials, aka movies, these being the first 2. We're trying to make what's on Paramount Plus different from anywhere else, so hour-long made-for-TV movies is where our head is at, co-creator Matt Stone tells THR. We'll do 2 made-for-TV movies every year. They'll be big, but they're not quite movie scale. The first 2 films will premiere by the end of 2021, just ahead of the show's 25th anniversary in 2022. Comedy Central has been our home for 25 years, and we're really happy that they've made a commitment to us for the next 75 years, said Parker and Stone in a joint statement. When we came to Viacom CBS with a different way to produce the show during the pandemic, Chris McCarthy, Nina Diaz, Keys Hillinger, and Tanya Giles were immediately supportive and enabled us to try something new that turned out to be really well received. We can't wait to get back to doing traditional South Park episodes, but now we can also try out new formats. It's great to have partners who will always take a chance with us. Why is South Park so well loved? The show's utterly outrageous and people eat that up. There's no doubt that South Park is a great cartoon, even with its occasional pitfalls every season. It combines satire, music, and comedy to create a terrific masterpiece of an animated show. A lot of fans love to say that the show has always been ahead of its time. For this reason alone, many have extremely high expectations from Parker and Stone to knock these movies and following seasons right out of the ballpark. Since its premiere episode aired in 1997, South Park's run has cemented it as the longest-running scripted show in TV history. The 19-time Emmy-nominated animation classic, following 4 ill-behaved grade schoolers in the titular Colorado town, has skewered celebrities, social controversies, political scandals, and more throughout its cycle. Nearly 3 decades into its run, its coronavirus-centered South Park vaccination special ranked as the #1 cable telecast of the year, with nearly 3.5 million viewers. Its pandemic special similarly landed as cable's #1 scripted telecast 2020. That's all for now, folks, but we'll be back with more interesting videos. To stay informed about the entertainment industry, keep watching our videos, sound off in the comments, and tell us just how stoked you are for all the upcoming South Park content. Don't forget to like and subscribe before leaving. Bye for now.